going on, my dollar bills? D-Money here, and today I'm going to be comparing the 3 sites that I normally get my suits from. Isn't this thing cool, by the way? I got this from Walmart. It was a display that was just laying on the ground. I asked if I could have it, and they're like, I don't see why not. And it's amazing. So this first site is going to be Zentai. One of the first places where I started ordering my suits from. Zentai has a wide variety of suits that are pretty great quality, I'd say. I would love to puffy paint on these suits, but after getting my first suit and just puffy painting that entire thing, I'm nervous about this. I would at least want to do the front spider. Bryce Cherney actually he puffy painted this suit before, and he did an amazing job. I love it so much, but the quality of the suits as well, they are screen printed, so the biggest downside to this suit is this part is supposed to be black. That's basically the palm trigger for the web shooter. I don't have the web shooters on. I'm only going to be putting on the basic suit part itself, not the mask, web shooters, or any shoes that I'm supposed to have with this. Here's the back spider as well. I believe the legs are a bit too far out as well, but it's pretty good. One thing I love about Zentai is I have long piano fingers, and luckily these gloves are just perfect for them. I even have some extra room on top of my pinky. It looks a little weird, so like I got a claw, but hey, it works. And I gotta say, this is great. One downside to this site is I've heard quite a bit of controversies with how they get their patterns and a bunch of other things, but I cannot confirm if that's true or not. All I know is that they got some good deals, good suits, and it's just another place to get this stuff. They also have quite a bit of variety for add-ons for the suit. For example, for this suit I have wrist zippers, so that way I can take my hand out of the glove and have it just dangle there, so that way I can use my phone. Even though sometimes with all of the suits, the fabric is so thin that I can actually use my phone with gloves on, but that's not always. So there's also different types of lenses you could put on your mask, and depending on the suit, sometimes elevated spiders, and I believe they just started doing soles for the bottom of their shoes. At the time, I did not want to do that for this suit, and I actually have some really great Vans for this suit. And I do have a video that's specifically for reviewing this suit in its entirety with all my other stuff on, and you definitely want to go check that out. The next site is Zentai Zone. Now, I gotta say, Zentai Zone is pretty great. They have amazing quality, a bunch more add-ons to the suits. For example, I have elevated spiders on this chest and my back. Also, it matches that. Like, I know they're the same spider, but I still think it's pretty cool that after I got this suit, I find that. That's awesome. But another thing, every time you get one of these suits from their site, I'm not wearing my glasses, you get one of these little cards. This tells you the maker of the suit, like the actual person who sewed the suit, and I think it's really cool. Zentai Zone also does custom jobs, so you can draw on a piece of paper what you want the suit to look like, or buy your own file from, let's say, House of J Customs or El Macho, and then just send it to Zentai Zone. They'll print it onto their screen printed fabric, and then they'll sew it up and do all the custom stuff, and then they'll send it to you. I think that's amazing, awesome, and just the details on this suit too. This is the most recent suit I got from them. There's so much detail. I do have a review of this suit alone with all of its other attachments and the cool mask, and also explain more about the Kung Fu shoes I'm wearing right now. And you should definitely check that out. So one thing about Zentai Zone that I've had a little bit of an issue with in terms of their suits, with the Far From Home suit and my Homecoming suit, is some of the zippers. So the forearm zippers, I briefly explained this in my review of this suit, but it goes so far back that if I bring it anywhere past this red line, then it's a challenge to get it all the way zipped. And also with the U-shaped zippers that I normally go with on my suits, if I go anywhere past the seam line that's on my armpit, because the zipper goes up to about here on my, actually about here on my forearm, it's even more of a challenge to get it down. And I don't normally do a zipper on the back of my neck anymore, and my last suit that I showed did have one, but that one's not bad. Just looking at how shiny the suit is, it's so amazing. Also, another issue with all of these sites is this line. I do not like this. I also explained this in my other video reviewing this suit, but just I wish they would have at least the neck part red on the inside too, because I can't tell you how many times during a photo shoot I've had a white line here, or when I'm recording a clip I have to redo the picture or video just so that way I could get rid of that white line. Zentai Zone definitely has the best shipping. This suit came in so fast. My Homecoming suit came in very quickly, probably even faster than this one, but I believe I did request for it to come in sooner, so that's another thing that they help with services there. And one thing I love about when I'm just ordering the suits itself is that the website actually memorizes my measurements, so that way all I have to do is click on the box and then hit the number of inches my arm length is, or my leg length, or my head measurement, bust, anything like that. It's all memorized and I love it. Zentai Zone is definitely a website full of accurate and a large variety of suits, and I definitely recommend them if you're looking for your first Zentai Zone suit, or sorry, Zentai suit of Spider-Man or X-Men character, Deadpool, anything like that. Now last but definitely not least is HeroesTime. I do want to mention that this list is not in any particular order of what I think is the best and which is the worst. I'm just saying each site's strengths and weaknesses that I personally have experienced, and I'm just letting all of you know it. And I gotta say, this suit from HeroesTime is definitely my current favorite right now, just because like I've only seen one other person wear it, and that's the person who designed it, which is El Macho, and it's amazing. I do have detached gloves to where I could just easily slip it off, text, instead of having to deal with a zipper. And I do have socks on, and this was the suit where I got my first Kung Fu shoes on, and I gotta say they were pretty nice. The spiders on here are also amazing. I love them so much. And the mask, it's pretty good. I gotta say, HeroesTime with their customer service is by far the best that I've seen, because in the review of this suit on my channel, I did mention that this is actually the third suit of this design that I have, because the first one and the second one, the measurements got all screwed up, and they're like, yeah, we can help you, we can fix this, and they were just so helpful and nice, and this is amazing. They also have a pretty good variety of suits that are all pretty nice in quality, because here's this little brick pattern on the suit. Yeah, you can see that. It's pretty nice. This suit is just so smooth. I love feeling it, especially on the arms, like right here. This is nice, just going up. As for the quality of the suits itself, I do have a couple of minor issues that I've been experiencing lately, especially with this suit, and that's with the sewing. So right here, not sure if you'll be able to really see that because of the lighting, but some of the stitching like popped, and also when I have a U-shaped zipper for this, so when I'm trying to put my head through, sometimes the stitching on the back straight down the spider does pop, and I'm really not a big fan of that. But if it really comes down to it, I guess I could try and sew it myself. I'm not the best at sewing, but it's something that I can definitely manage to do. And even on like the thighs, or not thighs, but I guess here, my lower leg, it's also happening a little bit there. There's 3 options for your size of suits, other than the custom measurements, which is what I try to do, so that way my suits fit the best. And there is standard, there's tight, and then there's loose. The first suit was accidentally ordered in tight, and this suit is standard, and standard's pretty great. This is how I'm going to be doing it from now on if I order from HeroesTime again. And I'm probably most definitely ordering from there again. But I gotta say, this site is pretty nice and pretty good. Every time I go on there, there's a little pop-up in the corner of my screen with a employee that's ready to answer any of your questions, and it's got a little nice tune. Hello, welcome to HeroesTime. May we take your order? No. Is there any questions we can help answer for you? And every time I've had a question, I always go to that, and they're always so helpful. And definitely check them out if you can't find anything on Zentai Zone and Zentai. So those are the 3 suits from the 3 sites that I compared today. Now, I'm not really gonna say which one's the best, because they each have their own best qualities, their worst qualities, and they all excel in their own different ways. It's up to you to decide on where you want to start ordering your suits from. I get lots of questions from people in my comment sections or on my Instagram saying, hey, where do you get your suits from? And these sites, those are the main sites I go to. I don't go to the RPC studio where each suit's about $1,000. The suits I just showed there are at least $100 at the least, but that's with all the custom stuff that I add on to it to make these videos, or to make them look nicer on these videos. You could definitely get a suit on there for $65, or if you want to make it look even nicer, $70 to $75. To me, that is manageable. That's something you can save up for, and just, you could definitely go for that. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Make sure to rate, comment, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, Twitter, all of that jazz, and leave a like for at least this. Like, this whole display thing, that's amazing, right? Like, the amount of webbing and details on that, that's just excellent right there. And the fact that it's going to be in the background of the majority of my videos now is going to be great. I hope you all have a great day. Bye. Thought a neighbor was watching me through my window. Calm down.